I'm Cassandra Cass, and I'm the real-life Jessica Rabbit. And my nose, like, I can't really breathe through it, and there's drainage in my throat. It hurts because it's not working right. I grew up in Des Moines, Iowa, one of 4 boys originally. I'm number 3. The earliest memory I ever had was Easter. I was 3 years old, and the only thing I remember, it wasn't the candy, it wasn't the eggs, it was like I couldn't wear an Easter dress. Growing up in a very masculine family, I always make believe that I was something else, and that's actually where Jessica Rabbit came into play. I was a child of the 80s and 90s, and to me, Jessica Rabbit was the ultimate woman. Perfect in every way. Perfect hair, perfect makeup, perfect waist, and she was the ultimate showgirl, and she was what I wanted to be. And it was a way that I could escape the misery of my childhood and people telling me that I couldn't become the woman I wanted to be. And what that did for me is it made me want to prove them wrong. At 17 years old, I threw out all my boy clothes and I started my life as Cassandra Cass. I would sneak into like gay bars and I would always see the most amazing performers. I guess you would call them drag queens with these sparkly, glittery outfits. And to me, that's the way that I thought I could be a star, like Jessica Rabbit. I was bound and determined to make it happen. So that began my journey towards cosmetic procedures, because trust me, taking a little pill ain't gonna make you this. I proceeded to get silicone in my cheeks and my lips and in my hips and my butt. I had a trach shave, and then I also had SRS surgery, or what I call making an outie into a innie. I don't know if you've ever had a hot dog, but they kind of slice it and dice it and shove it back in there. It sounds painful, trust me, it is. You know what I mean? Like, how many people are willing to get their penis, although it was quite large, inverted? It hurts. Oh, my boobs, yeah. My boobs aren't natural. I thought that was pretty obvious, but yeah. You know, I can't have children, and in some way, that's my legacy. To become the real-life Jessica Rabbit. Everyone remembers Jessica Rabbit. I've had so many guys tell me, that's the first girl I ever jacked off to. During a performance, I have to feel that every man in the audience wants me, and every woman wants to be like me. And when I'm performing, my nose is constantly running, and that drives me crazy. But you just have to stay strong and keep moving. So I feel that I am very close to being the real-life Jessica Rabbit. The only thing I need done to take me there is fix my nose and maybe have a smaller waist. It's the final nail into creating the most ultimate Jessica Rabbit. Hi.
Hello. How are you?
I'm great. I'm here to see the doctor. My objective for this appointment today is 2 things. Number 1, I really want to understand why I'm having these issues with my nose. And number 2, to maybe get their stamp of approval, to get me that tiny little Jessica Rabbit waist. I only go to the best when it comes to cosmetic surgeries, and they definitely are some of the best doctors in the country.
Hello.
Hi, doctor.
Cassandra, how are you? Terry Dubrow, nice to meet you.
Hi, Dr. Nassif.
Hi.
The first thing I think is, yes, she is Jessica Rabbit.
Can you hold my carrot?
Of course.
Oh, wow.
Size does matter. I have to take off this jacket. It's so hot.
Okay. Well, hello.
Oh, here, can you hold that?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
I'm fascinated with you because you're so amazing, okay?
I'm a cosmetic concoction.
So you've obviously had various surgical procedures and experience with plastic surgery before, right?
I would say the only thing I haven't had done is my heart.
What have you had done?
Facial feminization surgery.
You had brow shaving?
Yes, brow shave.
Did they make an incision?
They did.
Unfold the face?
Yeah, they
the whole
unfolded
thing,
my
huh?
face. I had my nose done. I've had my lips done. I've had my cheeks done. And then I had 2 Adam's apple shaves.
Right.
I've had my breasts done. And then I had my hips done, my butt done. And then finally, I had my outie made into an innie. Yeah, no,
Oh,
a little
the
lower.
other.
A little lower.
Right,
So
that outie.
I used
That
to be
outie.
Roger.
Yeah, that outie.
Yeah, that
I get you. Cassandra's really beautiful and really does actually look a lot like Jessica Rabbit. The fact that she's transgender just goes to show you how far she's come. Let me ask you a question. How much do you think you've spent in total on all your surgical procedures up to this point?
I would say we're hitting about $200,000 for sure.
All in.
Beauty is power, doctor.
Right.
That's what I learned a long time ago, and that's why I strive for the best. Beauty and sensuality and sexuality is power, and Jessica gives me strength. And it's almost like I'm invincible.
So your main issues with your nose, right? You have problems breathing through your nose.
And this was 10 years ago, and it was like $10,000. It was not cheap.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's crappy.
So with activity, you just can't breathe.
I can't breathe, and I just deal with it. I'm so used to being uncomfortable, I just deal with it.
It's on the inside.
See, look, I'm like, it's running right now.
Right.
So you have a nasal obstruction, and you have that drip and that feel like there's always something running.
Bad.
Okay, all right.
And the funny thing is, like, when I got a nose job, he did it, I guess, internally.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't...
Closed.
Yeah.
The thing about doing it closed is it's not as precise because you're sort of almost guessing about how much to remove.
Right.
So it's more common to have too much removed from a closed.
And there is a possibility that I may need rib.
Yeah.
And that's important, especially though if you're wearing a corset quite a bit.
Right.
And where we actually take the rib, it's going to cause some problems. I have to take a close look at a rib because of its surgical history. And I can't do that with that corset on.
All right, so I think the thing to do is to have you change into a gown.
Okay. Is it, like, sequined or pretty or...
It's kind of a nice light blue.
Okay,
I know,
cool.
it's not that great.
The last time I was in blue, I was a baby.
Oh, it's not Jessica Rabbit's colors.
Not anymore. But I'll do it for you guys.
Okay, open in the front, yeah?
Okay.
Okay.
Do you want to help
No,
me?
no.
Oh,
come on.
I'll give you a moment.
We'll be
Privacy,
back.
We'll come back in, yeah.
I like that.
Thank you.
Let's take a peek here.
Now that we understand Cassandra's issues and her concerns, the only thing we have left to do is to take a really close look at her nose.
So I can see why you can't breathe already.
Yeah.
The whole middle part of your nose is collapsed. Really? Watch this. Breathe in. See how it collapses in right there? Here, breathe out.
That's better, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
Let me show you one thing. Grab that mirror and hold it just like this.
You got it.
Yes, you look beautiful. Okay, now you see right here?
Uh-huh.
Breathe in now. See how it collapses right there? So we have to add cartilage to that area to rebuild it. It's been overdone here. There's a little extra piece of cartilage here, and the tip has no projection. It doesn't stick out.
Do you think it could be a lot more feminine?
Your tip you can make smaller. If anything, I'd have to make it a little bit wider.
No.
So you know what that means?
I'm screwed?
No.
No. And we do need a piece of a rib. Stand up for 1 second. Okay. Talk about a quick change. Was that whole get up in your carrot? So the rib incision is right underneath your right breast.
Couldn't you take like a couple bigger pieces and then we could get rid of these ribs and it could be tinier?
Here's the situation. So he could make an incision and remove some rib to put it in your nose.
Right.
And theoretically, you could have that incision extended and have these ribs, these floating ribs removed, and that would narrow your waist.
Wow.
Okay?
Okay.
We don't do that kind of surgery because that surgery is particularly unsafe.
When I'm taking a piece of rib for nasal reconstruction, it's very small. However, taking a full rib, which includes the bone and the cartilage of the rib, that's aggressive surgery and it's dangerous. So that's what that story is. So the rib is necessary for your nose, and I have to make it wider and larger, but you breathe better.
That's not what I want. I don't want bigger. The whole point is everything to be smaller.
Right.
Yeah, that will make your breathing worse if I make your nose small.
Yeah.
If I have to have a nose job and make it bigger to breathe, I do not want that. That is not Jessica Rabbit. Beauty is pain. And for me, I'm not willing to make my nose bigger.
Right.
So I respect your opinion, and if I ever get to that point, I'll be back.
I would welcome another visit from Cassandra. She wants me to do her nose in the future. I'm here.
Do you mind very much if I put this on him? I just want to see what it looks like.
Please. Come on, Doctor.
Wait, please.
You do it.
You do it.
Be
Be a
a gamer.
gamer. Come on.
Seriously? You like this.
I love it when men fight over
ahead.
me.
Seriously?
Go ahead, sir.
Because you are kind of...
Get this on here. You look good.
This is so me.
You look Pimp Daddy.
With the coat, that's the most hair I've seen on Terry.
You look so Liberace.
Yeah, right? Oh, this is so me.